Shocking. Uncovering the lives of black Israelites in Iran. 1. They're not supposed to exist. Iran's hidden black Israelites confound global historians. For centuries, the winds of the Iranian desert carried whispers that defied the boundaries of race, religion, and recorded history. Hidden within the folds of ancient Persian manuscripts, tribal folklore, and the hushed testimonies of village elders lies a story the modern world refuses to face: the existence of black Israelites in Iran. Not migrants, not converts, but descendants, the real children of the covenant, dark-skinned, Torah-keeping Hebrews whose very presence shatters the whitewashed lens through which the world has come to understand Jewish identity. These are not characters from fables or revisionist fantasies. According to black Israelite scholars and growing anthropological evidence, these people are living remnants of the lost tribes of Israel, scattered eastward after the brutal captivities of Assyria and Babylon, exactly as the Bible prophesied. But unlike the familiar exiles of Europe, their story was not preserved in synagogues or Zionist archives. It was buried beneath layers of empire, erased by religious purges, and drowned out by the Western obsession with Eurocentric theology. For Western historians, the very idea is heresy. African-descended Israelites living in a Shia Muslim theocracy? The cognitive dissonance is too great, so the response has been academic silence, a refusal to look too closely, to ask the questions that would unravel the myth of white Israel. But the evidence is there, if one dares to see it. Local elders in the mountains of southwestern Iran speak of families who do not eat pork, who circumcise on the 8th day, who do not light fires on the Sabbath, and who recite ancient prayers in a tongue few outsiders recognize, a remnant of Hebrew mixed with regional dialects. In some cases, these customs were practiced so discreetly they were mistaken for mere superstition. In others, they were hidden altogether, passed down in code, taught only to children mature enough to guard the secret. These are not anomalies. They are survival mechanisms developed over centuries of persecution, assimilation pressure, and the constant threat of discovery. According to black Israelite accounts, these Iranian Hebrews are descended from tribes like Naphtali, Issachar, and Dan, who were driven eastward as the Assyrian Empire swept through northern Israel in the 8th century BCE. As the Babylonian captivity followed, more fled, some toward the African interior, others toward India, Arabia, and what was then the ancient land of Elam. Today, that region is known as Iran, and while its landscape has changed, the memory of those early Israelites lingers, not in textbooks, but in the songs, rituals, and guarded traditions of those who've lived in its shadows for millennia. What makes this even more explosive is the fact that Persian records exist, documents Western academia rarely discusses. Some speak cryptically of the dark-skinned keepers of the covenant, who settled in the highlands, whose practices set them apart from Zoroastrians, and who resisted conversion even under threat of violence. Yet when these accounts are translated for public consumption, racial descriptions are softened, obscured, or omitted altogether. Why? Because the implications are devastating to the Western religious imagination. If black Israelites not only existed in the Middle East but still exist, then the global narrative of Jewish identity must be rewritten. And not just rewritten, repented for. It means that the children of the transatlantic slave trade, whom the world has long branded as nameless Africans, may in fact be the same people described in Deuteronomy 28:68, brought into Egypt again with ships. It means that the lost tribes were never lost. They were scattered, just as the Most High warned, hidden in plain sight, suffering under empires from Rome to Tehran to Washington, D.C.,